tell him to PM me the vetoes every match. Because he does that shit, right? So.
Yeah. Although after this one, I'll just do the vetoes. Like, I can handle it for semifinals.
Oh, okay.
Because there's only one game at a time then. But here we are on Whitevire V2, an old school map. And I believe this is Zlow's pick. Pretty solid pick from him. A lot of interesting stuff you can do on this map.
It's a low pick and he picks UEF, which is, I mean, in forever it was always the worst faction on Whitefire by default because, you know, you don't have great frigates and you don't have good tech to navy at all, and that's basically what it's about. You don't have amazing tech to air either, but maybe with the epic UEF destroyer bus, he figured it would make sense.
Does UEF actually have good navy now? Surely that can't be. It's not possible.
I mean, it's better with the destroyer, but it's not like it's you know, if imagine, yeah, you know, picking Aeon is slightly better, let's say.
Well, I imagined Aeon was probably vetoed.
Well, true, but Seraphim is also mega strong here.
As Shen believes in that. He's gonna go with Sarah.
Yeah, that's the second most. I mean, it's, and then I mean, Cybern was for frigate spam, of course. Although now it's slightly worse for reasons.
Yeah, especially because it's like.
It was supposed to be undone with a certain balance change in April, but the attack is permanently busy with uni work, so.
One day we will make another balance patch.
So fast bomber for Shen. He actually went first air. He didn't go first bomber quite, so he didn't, you know, quite do it as brutal. I forgot to turn the Supreme scoreboard off.
It wouldn't be a FAF stream.
He made his second factory on 3 pigeons, so I assume if he is installing, it's a pretty slick BO.
I mean, this looks pretty refined.
Ground fire from the bomber though, it's gonna miss the engineer because it's way too close to the factory.
Yeah, he's just sort of he's gonna micro it. He's not gonna blindly ground fire it. All right, he's looking, he sees it. No, he's trying.
Slow sees it and is dodging.
The engine's trying to run away. Oh, but bomb just dropped and beautiful.
Yeah, will kill him. I mean, it's not the biggest. Yeah, really bomb the Inti. That's important.
Oh, he will, and the NGs? No, all right. 3 NGs though.
Wow, that's still a great bomb.
Wait, and
will he get the Inti now? No, it's too late to kill him. That's the issue. If you don't kill the Inti on time, it will do that. But the bomber is still pretty good. Almost killed the Inti. Killed 5 engineers so far.
6 NGs plus the Inti is pretty badly wounded. Okay, that was a great bomber.
That was a pretty, especially if you consider the fact that it wasn't the first bomber and he, you know, made a quick second factory, but after that to skill his build power.
Like, Zlo has 5 NGs and Shen has 12. And he's another bomber.
Yeah. There's another bomber he made. Zlo made another Inti. So now Zlo's making his own bomber, which makes sense, because that's what you usually do against the quick bomber.
No, Shen's just gonna do it again. He's like, alright, I built a bomber, it killed almost everything, I'll just build another one. Interceptors, air control, we don't do that here. Unlike competitive integrity, which we always do here.
Not any integrity, competitive integrity.
Mm-hmm. Regular integrity, I don't know anything about that.
So Shen is gonna lose area because he gets a very bad well, I don't know what this Inti is doing. It is doing a nice dance, but he's gonna get outmatched anyways.
Oh, they're reclaiming NGs again! Oh, and more! Oh no, where are the Intis?
Inti don't know the side protecting the bomber. That's the issue. And the bomber will kill engineers, but the expansion for Shen is way better than that for Zlo. The bomber has killed 5 more, 7 engineers now. He's just sniping all the engineers to delay the build power coming. And
I mean,
that's. And the bomber actually Zlo lost both Intis in an inti fight, and the bomber got shot down, and it's only. I'm not sure if it even killed one engineer. Yeah, it killed like a few engineers, I think.
Yeah,
But
I think
they were in the water.
I see one engineer dead.
Yeah, at least one. But he didn't kill any of the expanding engineers, which is very brutal. So this is an insane start for Shen. But Zlo has the highest score, so he's winning.
Zlo does have higher score. He's got more energy, which is a thing we care about. But yeah, this is absolutely brutal for Zlo. The man just does not have any engineers, and they're not anywhere outside his base.
For classic Zlo style, he is gonna make perma bomber spam to all sides of the map. But, you know, even if he denies the bottom right expansion for Shen for a bit, or even for quite some time, like, Shen has way more maxes. He has, what is it, 7 more maxes built at the moment? He's gonna finish the Hydra at the front, probably.
He's also got the nice ACU move to the right to secure this expansion, even if there's a million bombers here.
Yeah, Zlo's making a transport, but... I guess Shen moved his intis back. He went to there to lock the location, but... And this is like classic Zlo gameplay. You just send bombers everywhere, you can't catch them all.
And looks like Zlo's gonna win this air fight. Very slightly.
Shen is gonna drop the top left with the transport, and I think Zlo missed it with the bomber. Like, bomber is a little radar ring as well, but I don't think he quite saw it. First frigate arrives from Shen. He was faster than Zlo, and he can kill more engineers with this, if he pays attention.
It's not like Zlo had too many excess engineers to begin with. This is gonna hurt.
Yikes.
Also, engineers cost mass and energy, it turns out.
No.
Yeah. Oh, Shen bombs his own engineer.
Yikes. You mean Zlo?
Zlo bombed his own engineer,
yeah.
Yes.
That was redded as well. Just, you know, you delay the scaling of Zlo so much by doing this. Like, all the trees behind Zlo, that's so much mass that he's not grabbing. Meanwhile, if you look at the back of Shen's base, a single engineer has grabbed almost 1k reclaim so far.
Absolutely brutal. But now Shen has this proxy. Zlo is just moving out to the left side now, and there is no indication that Zlo... Actually, well, he's going to drop to the left, but it's going to be later.
It is going to be later, and there is a scout from Shen that will see the bomber, the transport's path, and there's 2 bombers coming, actually. There's also 2 scouts. I mean, what Zlo is going for him now is that he does have air, but soon there will be frigates everywhere that will automatically snipe down bombers with the AA.
Yeah, Shen just has good intel on exactly what's going on here.
Okay, the first 2 bombers missed the transport. Maybe the 3rd bomber will go for the engineer, maybe, I hope?
They're just flying across the map here. They're... Alright, this one actually got an order to kill the dropped reclaiming engineer.
There's a second drop from Shen to try and steal the reclaim there. Okay, so he denies the reclaim from Zlo, which is actually very big. Zlo moved out with this issue way too late. I think he's pretty bad on mass.
Zlo is aware that Shen has dropped the top left, and now he's going to retreat his transport back, but you kind of need this top left corner. It's not exactly optional. And Shen just stealing the reclaim.
And like, you also definitely need this reclaim. Although the frigate is not killing the engineers from Zlo, but Zlo's engineers weren't being ordered anyway. This looks very bad. So even if those engineers die, they will steal half of the reclaim, if not more. And that's even if Shen is overflowing it. As long as Zlo doesn't get it, it's great.
Alright, if I'm Shen right here, or if I'm Zlo right here, I just start building for a snipe. This is brutal. You have air control, but nothing else. So that is a go T2 air and try for a snipe gameplay. Although I don't know if Zlo will do that. He's got more honor.
Not always. I can see Zlo guy trying to go for a snipe. But yeah, like at this point the bombers they did decently well, but they didn't do enough to make a comeback. And if you look in his main base, he still has no engineers. He never rebuilt engineer scaling, he just went full air spam.
I mean, you have to hope that Shen overcommits to the proxy, donates a bunch of mass, and then you can use that to snowball your way back into it. But Shen is very happy to say exactly 3 land factories is all I need.
That's kind of true. However, Zlo already has all that kind of mass in the back of his base, and he's not getting that either.
Zlo does have a lot of T2 mexes, though. He's got 4 T2 mexes. Shen does not have any, as far as I can see. So that is one advantage he does have.
Shen is like 3/4 of the way to 2 Tech 2 mexes. And he's making another 2. So in about 1 minute or so, he will have 4.
Shen actually has less mass income than Zlo.
Ah, really?
Despite not having, like, any of the map. Zlo's just many T2 mexes are good enough for him.
That is kind of funny.
Is Zlo actually fine right now? Is this okay?
There's no way it is okay.
This does not look okay, but like Shen is pretty slow to grabbing the mexes on the right-hand side.
But look at the Navy investment comparison.
Alright, I think this is where the mass is gone. We've got 12 frigates to... Alright, Zlo actually has a more expensive Navy.
Yeah, because he kinda had a faster start, I think. But now Shen should catch up soon because he has doubled the production in Navy.
He's doubled the production, and now he is pulling ahead in the mass income game. He's got T2 air. He's going to build some torp bombers.
Although, he might lose the top expansion if Zlo just walks in. There's only 1 PD and some tanks.
Yeah, I think you can OC your way through this.
I think he should have made 2 PDs if he was only gonna have... Or more arties at least, so the SU takes more damage and needs to be microed more.
Oh, Zlo surfaced the sub on the bottom to kill this mech. Oh, I love it.
Yeah, I saw him do that as well to kill the engineer. Although he needs to respond quickly because it might just get... Okay, there we go.
Wow, look at that reaction. Just... Wait, no.
No, he didn't submerge it.
He just moved it. Oh no.
Yikes.
It's okay, it got some value.
It didn't kill 9 times the mass.
But the players
so
are really close in mass income.
It's really surprising.
Like identical, 55 to 55 mass income.
There's 6 Tech 2 maxes for Zlo.
I mean, this is kind of a problem for Shen. Like, if Zlo equalizes map control cost effectively.
I mean, there's a big difference, which is the fact that Shen has probably... Now he will have at least double the E income because he's making a Tech 2 P-Gen. He also has Tech 2 Air. So, soon enough, he can probably frigate push. And Zlo needs to be very careful of that. And Zlo is actually done pushing out, but he's in no position to do that. Actually, Zlo is getting massively flanked right now, and this might actually be a huge loss.
His navy is completely surrounded at this point, plus there's torp bombers in the air. This is not
I'm not sure why Shen is moving away from the surrounds. That is a bit weird.
Alright, yeah, he's gonna let Zlo get away.
If he didn't, but... There's a big airfight going, but Shen can't take that yet. He has less intis now.
So the torp bombers will go down to all of Zlo's intis, and Zlo will just keep falling back with his navy. Hopefully he can get a nice defensive position somewhere. Or he can just clump up all his frigates right here and try to make a stand. But this
but it's not gonna work.
No, this is a nice engagement from Shen.
This is a great engagement from Shen.
Zlo's got to back up more.
Although he is kind of a bit too reluctant, he could have moved in a lot further. With this, it could have been a lot better, but it's still good enough to... and now, I mean, he's already sending engineers for the reclaim field. I mean, there's Tech 2 Navy from Zlo, but it's not producing anything yet, so the first destroyer is a way off.
Yeah.
And I think if Shen, you know, sees the opportunity, he can just right-click in. And, like, if he kills the front 4 factories, then, you know, what's there to... Like, that's the reason why Zlo shouldn't have fought there. If he retreated all the way to his 4 factories, like he did right now, the path finding from through that choke point is gonna make pushing a lot harder, plus any future reclaim is actually never gonna be in the hands of Shen. Because right now where the reclaim is, like, he can drop engineers there and grab the reclaim, but all the way in that little bay area, if the fight was there, he cannot get that reclaim. or at least the chance is way smaller. You see as well, like Shen stopped pushing because it's such a fucking tough push in that small choke points. Pathfinding is really bad.
Yeah, Shen's happy to take all the reclaim from this fight. Just sit back, relax, don't worry about it. Meanwhile, Zlo is pushing in with his ACU on the left, so it looks like this position will fall. But it took a while.
Yeah, the only thing I don't really like is that Shen didn't quite steal enough mass in the reclaim. I mean, it's still quite a bit, it was still worth it, but he could have stolen quite a bit more there, I think. But I guess he didn't want to overinvest. So first, Destroyer is out from Zlo, so I think with this factory line to tank damage, I think he can hold this now. There's some nice raid on the right side, 3 subs and 2 frigates. They're gonna kill all the build power again.
Oh no. Oh, it's a tough UEF life. Yeah, but the Destroyer here will push this away.
I think Shen right-clicked Slow's SU with tech bomb bombers.
I think he did. Oh no, what are we doing here?
But he is full HP, so... And he does have less air. This raid on the right side is brutal, though.
Oh, all the build power is just gonna die, and he needs that so bad.
But Slow's pushing out with his navy, but he still doesn't have enough. I'm not sure. Like, he could maybe push out with the Destroyer to do the efficiency fight, but he's going out way too early.
And the man has 1 UEF Destroyer and is like, I am king of the world. And now he will call GG.
Yeah.
That was an absolutely brutal opening from Shen. Like,
that was pretty one-sided, that opening.
I mean, that bomber micro ought to be illegal.
I mean, the thing is, Slow kinda had, like, by the time the second bomber arrived and killed this many engineers, he had 3 factories on